So in some ways, he is a representation of some of the highest forms of angelic beings. But I do feel that that's where these people who are more of like God realized come from, is that they are, as we all are extensions of God, they are higher forms of beings, because through evolution of the souls, as we spiraled down, some of them stayed up. I've said this in previous videos, but I'm just repeating myself with that. Some of the, like the archangels have always been archangels. Our guardian angels, we all have divinely appointed guardian angels. They have always stayed angelic. So they've made those agreements and their choices, because that's just part of the balance of things. So they've always stayed super, super high vibrational. The reason why we did this, I'm generalizing because some of us are higher vibrational, because I've seen in visions that were coming in droves the past several decades. I don't know if it's centuries. I think it's decades, but it's very recent that we are coming in, angel forms are coming in droves to reawaken humanity, reawaken these other souls, in order for everyone to make that choice. Okay, so Jesus, I saw that the people who were responsible for killing him didn't want to do it. They didn't want to do it at all. In fact, they were very melancholy, to put it lightly. And there was one in particular, and he was hanging with other people. And I think that's known, but I don't know if it's known how many. I saw 3. It's not 3 total, though. I saw 3 other people. 2 to his left, I believe, and then 1 to his right, something like that. Which is another 4. But that's what I saw. And there is 3. There's more than 3, but there was like, they were highlighted as 3. They look like soldiers, like, you know, with like helmets and stuff. That's how they were represented to me, like the people who were responsible for doing this. Like, they were responsible in the sense that they actually brought him to this and did all this. And there's one in particular that regretted it his entire life. Like, he died feeling like it was the biggest regret of his life, because he felt like he had the choice to stop it. The other ones also felt that way, but this one was extreme. And it was like a soul that was unrested. And there's a powerful message that always, not always, because this is only the second time that I've said this, that comes through, that he's forgiven. And it's like something that he needs to hear, is that he's forgiven for that. Like, it's understood why he did it, and it's okay. I mean, it's not necessarily okay, but, you know, we make mistakes, and he is forgiven for that. So, I put sigil magic within religious texts. So, I feel like, I've talked about this, but I don't know if it was ever posted, but there's something about the Bible that feels off about it. And I think what it is, in truth, and I've probably, the way that I probably would have worded it is that there's parts of the Bible that are untrue. I don't feel that the Bible itself, this is my final way of saying it, that this is what I truly, truly believe, without just kind of haphazardly saying it, is the Bible is 100% true. 100% the Word of God. It's how we understand it that fluctuates the accuracy. Just as my visions that I've told you about, or like, not my visions, but my readings, sorry. It's my readings that are sometimes a little off. It's like, I'm only human. I'm only human. And so if I don't have the whole story, then I can't tell you all the time 100% right all the time, right? It has to be like, like you have to work with me. You have to help me out. Obviously I don't have anyone's help right now because I'm just talking to a camera, but you get it. Because that was part of, anyway, derailing. So with the Bible, I feel like that is just the instruction manual. That is not to be taken just as man with the instruction manual. You have to put that into practice. You have to blend your intuition with that in order to truly see the messages, in order to truly understand what they're saying within those religious texts and within the Bible. And so it's the mass perception of things that are within the Bible that bring that accuracy down, the truth of it down. Anything that is, like biblically speaking, we're inclusive. Wait, exclusive? We're inclusive. We're including everyone. But the way that it can be represented is an extremist attitude and excluding people. Or it's putting people in certain powerful positions when it's not supposed to be such that. So that's where I see. But there is a specific part of the Bible. Like if I was to hold the Bible and this is the thickness, it'd be like towards the end right here. I know Revelations is at the end. That I know. And Genesis at the beginning. And that's all I know. There's something here. I wonder if that's Psalms. Does Psalms come before Revelations? It's like somewhere here. I bet you it's Psalms because that's supposed to be the word of God, right? Like direct words of him. Where it feels like precious light. Like that is 100% accurate. 100% truth. Like cannot be misrepresented. Okay? And then there's another part that's missing from the Bible. That has to be something that's like rumored, unless that's something known. That through this time, there is a part of the Bible that has been completely eliminated because I feel like the Bible itself was passed on to secret societies that tried to withhold it and tried to manipulate it. That's why I say there's like sigil magic within it. It's because they try to manipulate it. But the truth is, they are never as intelligent as Source. So even though they tried to alter it in some ways, it ended up in being moot. There's no point. There's no point in doing that because they cannot. They cannot outsmart the Source. It's like, it's like God, being a parent of these children. And like, if you've ever been around kids, when kids are about to act up. They just get that look in them, or they just start like, you could tell they're getting bored, or they just, I don't know. And that's the same thing with God. Like he knows when you're about to do something. And so he can change the course of that if he needed to, or he can, it's like, it's foolish to think that you are smarter than that. Like you're just a baby. Anyway, so the last thing I want to say before I get into some crazy stuff, I guess, and then I'll shut off the camera after this, and then I'll start another video so you'll see it later. It's about monthly rituals. it's just like, I don't know why I put this. I mean, it probably had something to do. It's just funny to me though, like seeing it, because it's like thinking about, we have these darker things, they have a bunch of rituals. Constantly have these ritualistic things going on. And it's just a brainwashing technique. And I don't think they really realize that. They think it's something, whatever. But, like, how do you keep people from staying away from the truth, right? You have to keep them in line. You have to keep pounding it in their heads. This is what we are. This is what we do. This is the truth. This is that. What are you doing? Let's do all this other crazy stuff, to the point that they feel. And see, that's the most important thing about Jesus, is that physical representation of forgiveness, of being that redeemer, right? Is because, ooh, no, real. Maybe I'll keep going. So, okay, no, because it talks, I'll talk about that. Okay. I should not, excited but not excited. Okay, so, yeah, that's basically, they're just constantly doing all this stuff because they want you, not you, I guess, but these people, they want them to think that they're doing the right thing, and that they don't have time to really look into other avenues, or they don't feel like they're irredeemable. And then, you know, society, we have a way to deal with criminals. We have a way to deal with things that are not, you know, and it varies, you know. The point is that they get to the point where they feel like they're irredeemable, and that is the biggest misconception and manipulation on their soul, because then they willingly give up their freedoms. They entrap themselves because they'll just perpetuate this evil, because who is going to save me anyway? I'm already too far gone. You know, forget it. I'm going to go the easiest path. It's what I am familiar with. It's what I do, and no one's going to understand me, and whatever. I'll deal with the consequences later. And that's what's going on there. Okay, I need to get back to the narcissist, though. I'll do should I do a separate video? I don't know, we'll see. Bye.